Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope for October 2023. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. We've got a big month here in October. We've got two eclipses happening. Eclipses are new moons or full moons that are interrupted, so we feel the influence and the effect of them for about 6 months. So this is really key. I'm going to go through those eclipses, and I'm also going to go through the other things the planets are doing and what you can kind of look forward to in October. So the first thing we've got is that Mercury, the communication planet, that goes into Libra on the 5th of October. And for you guys, that's a good thing because Mercury, in the communication planet in Libra, is very much about reaching a general consensus. It's about reaching a solution with other people. It's about compromise. It's about listening and learning and teaching and expressing yourself and being part of a team, basically. And you as a Cancer, a cardinal water sign, kind of interested in relationships, Mercury in Libra is going to make it very easy for you to interact with other people here in October. On the 9th of October, we've got Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and creativity. That goes into Virgo, and it allows you to really make sense of information very, very well here in October. So Venus is the creative planet, right? Virgo is associated with the nurse, nutrition. It's about healing. It's about the assessment of information in order to see what is correct and accurate and what isn't. Mercury rules Virgo, and the communication planet in Virgo likes to create order out of chaos through understanding. So with Venus going into Virgo, in the place that it sits in your chart, you're really going to enjoy studying and learning new things, but also fact-checking and making sure that things are correct. And if they aren't, you'll find it really easy to connect with other people in order to rectify what has gone wrong, or to, again, as a team, work towards making things right, amending them, fixing them, doing all of those kind of things. So it's not going to be very likely that you miss anything. In fact, I would even say, Cancer, that you could be overly critical, particularly of your relationships, but that over-critical tendency isn't something you should dismiss. It's actually something that will teach you a lot about the people you're interacting with. So it's a good time to get all the information around your relationships. On the 10th of October, we have Pluto, the planet of transformation and change, the phoenix rising from the ashes. That goes direct. So it's an outer planet. The outer planets stay in retrograde for a long time, about 6 months. So now, on the 10th of October, Pluto going direct means that it's the only planet that is moving forward. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, they're all still in retrograde. So Pluto going forward now means that if you want to adapt anything in your relationships, if you want to work towards change, if you want to take a relationship that's informal and make it formal, if you want to strengthen the bond between you and your brother or your sister, if you want to start a new business and hire people, Pluto going direct in Capricorn is going to help you with all of those things. And again, the key I'm getting is that you guys, Cancer, are not just like the parents of your family this month, you're also able to kind of parent your formal relationships and to build something solid like your own group or community that works very nicely together. So if you're thinking about going self-employed and you need employees, look at that this month. It's really all systems go. Just having said, the outer planets most of them are in retrograde. All the personal planets, Mars, Venus, Mercury, they're all direct. So when it comes to communication or transportation, no issues. Creativity, no issues. Drive, knowing what you want, no issues. So it's really like an uncomplicated time here at the beginning of October where you can adapt things and implement the changes that you want to make. On the 12th of October, we've got Mars, the planet of masculinity and drive. That goes into Scorpio. And now you don't just want good relationships and to bond and to connect and to have a dialogue. You really want to experience something that's quite intense and fulfilling. And mostly, I would say, and feel free to disagree with me, I would say on a physical level with another person. So intimacy is really important to you here in October. The other way that could express itself, Mars in Scorpio, it likes to do things that are intense, right? So anything that you feel like you can take control or take charge of it, that's going to be fulfilling and satisfying. So if you have struggled with addiction, and you've tried 100 times to give up, this is the time to try again for the 101st time, because it's likely that you're able to take charge of your own emotions and to override your own thoughts and feelings, which at the best of times is difficult. Or doing anything super intense, like, training for a marathon or the Ironman or bungee jumping or anything that's quite intense. You'll really want to have a physical, intense experience. Wow. So that means, Cancer, that October isn't going to be particularly boring for you. 14th of October, we have this first eclipse happening. We have a new moon in Libra. The new moon is when the moon goes pitch black. It conjuncts the sun, and it pulls lots of energy in to get ready for its next monthly cycle, 28-day cycle, right? It's pulling loads of Libra energy in. So your relationships continue to... You're kind of blessed when it comes to relationships, because you find it so easy to talk to pretty much anybody or to find common ground with anybody, regardless of what they're coming in for. The fact that it's a solar annular eclipse means that the new moon process is interrupted, and that you'll feel the influence of this for the next 6 months, so into February next year. And it really means that the next 6 months for you, when it comes to creating good relationships in your family, with your loved ones, you find that easy, you can strengthen them. But also having new experiences and making new friends and finding a new partner, those are supported too. So it doesn't really matter where you are up to with your relationships. If anything needs to be changed or you want to make changes, it's very doable here in October. On the 22nd, we've got Mercury, the communication planet, going into Scorpio, and it joins Mars in Scorpio. So that desire to have an intense experience gets even stronger. But now I think you'll also want to express your feelings. So if you're an artist, but you've really been censoring yourself because you don't know how it's going to be received, the Mercury and Scorpio shift will mean that the need to express yourself overrides the fear, and you're able to, again, jump over your own reservations and do something that may feel risky or that may intimidate you at other times. But just more literally, Mercury in that placement, I think you'll want to tell someone that you love them. You have all these intense feelings and you just want to voice them. You want to express them. So, if you have someone that you do love, then that's great and possible and everything. But if you're single and there's no one on the horizon, what do you do? And I think the way to then use this is to express something that is very, very important to you, and to just put it out there. And to say, I do want to voice this. This is what I feel. It's my honest opinion, and I want to put it out there. See what happens. That's an interesting process in itself. On the 24th of October, the sun moves into Scorpio, so happy birthday, Scorpios. You have a lot of Scorpio now in your chart by the end of this month. You have the sun, Mercury, you're transiting midheaven, Mars and Ceres, the planet of abundance and prosperity, all in Scorpio. So feeling-wise, you're going to know exactly what you want. There are no doubts. Friendships and relationships are supported, so are new romantic relationships, strengthening existing relationships. If you work as a psychic or as a healer or as an artist, as a musician, all of those things are supported. Because remember, they all come under the umbrella of water, your ability to connect, and you can do that very, very, very well in October. Finally, at the end of the month, on the 28th, we've got a full moon in Taurus, so the moon is complete and it lets go of all of its energy. And it's a partial lunar eclipse, so it's partially hidden. And again, the full moon is interrupted, so you have access to this for the next 6 months. And lo and behold, it happens in your case in Taurus, next to Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. So the next 6 months, it's not just your romantic relationships where you can do whatever you want, but also your friendships and your social life. It's very, very likely to get much bigger. So, a lot of people, since 2020, the lockdown and everything, a lot of people have that I speak to have kind of struggled to get the pace back in their life. A lot of people have just got used to staying at home and not having as many friends and being more isolated and things like that. So if you've noticed that things have changed in the last 3 years or even in the last month or whenever, and the question of relationships is at the forefront of your mind, and you want to make changes in any capacity, you'll be able to make them here in October and beyond because of the eclipses. And where you're really blessed is friendships, love life, family life, all of those things. So really look into those and get to where you want to be. Yeah. So I'm going to see who is a Cancer in my life, and I'm going to jump on them and make them my friend. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I get for you here in October. I hope you have a wonderful month. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. In my personal readings, I draw up your birth chart, so I look at that the same way I'm looking at Cancer now. And that's you specifically, how the planets were aligned at the moment of your birth. And it really tells me a great deal about you, what's destined in love life and relationships and career and travel and education. So if you have any questions, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. Have a fabulous month. Check out some of my other videos. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, give it a like, and share it online. That would really help the channel. So have a great October, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.